everybody. Just want to jump on the 1111 portal and talk about, I've been talking about mental health through my entire series, as well as some out of the box thinking. I do hypnotherapy, and hypnotherapy is a tool that people who do a lot of work on themselves, constantly upgrading and healing past traumas and things in their life. And hypnotherapy is a really great tool. It's like a guided meditation. Um, I put people into a deep relaxation, and then we have a conversation about what pops into your mind, because a lot of people are real visual. And when I send them in this guided meditation, a lot of times they come up with things that are pretty deeply set in your subconscious that maybe your conscious mind doesn't think about. And so a real healing can take place. And I'm still new at it. I've been doing it all this year, and I've gotten 16 sessions under my belt. And it's been amazing, amazing work. Sometimes people go to a past life. Sometimes they go to another being, like a higher frequential being from another planet or dimension comes through. But anything that you will see under this trance-like state is a message for your healing. And so I've been seeing a lot of incredible healings taking place with people. And so I wanted to invite you all to partake. I'm doing free sessions till the end of the year, and I am located in Kingwood, which is a suburb of Houston. So contact me, leave a comment. My email is katiehayesart@gmail.com. If you'd be interested in coming in for a free session while they're still free, because in the new year I'll be charging $200. The sessions take between 3 and 6 hours, with a very thorough interview to get to know you, so that I can thoroughly help you with your healing journey. And it's truly remarkable what can come through these sessions. It's kind of mind-blowing, actually. It's pretty exciting stuff. And that's why I thought it was appropriate to come on here and speak to you about it on the 1111 portal, because people that are really sensitive to the energies that are going on right now, and maybe need a little something extra to work on processing events of your life that are difficult and that you're having trouble getting around and over, this can be an amazing tool. So I just wanted to invite you to that experience with me, and check it out, because a lot of people are getting really amazing healing. And if you wanted to look up the technique that I do, it's called Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique by Dolores Cannon. So you can go on the Google and find out the group, and watch some videos, get informed, and then I'm here for you if you ever want to take me up on it. And I hope you're having an amazing day. Today is a day that we are supposed to be really going within, meditating, and get excited about what you're creating in your life. This is a really good manifesting day. And manifesting is just allowing yourself to dream, and what do you truly desire in your soul. There's so many aspects to life: love, finances, family, all these things that we want to harmonize with our experience. We all are here on a mission. Each one of us that have incarnated in this very tumultuous time are here for a reason. Very important to keep going. If you read my book, Beautifully Broken, the Katie Hayes story, that's exactly what my mission is, down here, is to spread the truth about everybody's own mission. And I think y'all know that my son passed 3 years ago. He quit, suicide. decided he didn't want to be here anymore. And I was unable to make him understand that when you go to the depths of hell in your mind and things aren't working out the way you wanted and you get really depressed, and there's a lot of people like that, that you've really got to go inside yourself and figure out what your mission is here and understand that bad times pass, especially if you can pull yourself up and find some joy. You know, whatever makes you joyous and happy. I have had to learn how to exist by myself, which is totally new for me, has not been comfortable, by the way. I'm a very people oriented, love to socialize, and I've been seriously isolated. And it's almost like the universe was saying, you need to figure out your stuff and not be codependent on your kids or your friends. And so I've really gotten that message very strongly because I basically have been fired from being a massage therapist. I've been fired from being a mom. I have been isolated in my house and my existence. Even friends have fallen away. Family has fallen away. I mean, it's really been a very isolating experience for me. So instead of going into a deep depression, which would be most people's response, and I have been a bit depressed, I have to admit, not as joyful and excited as normal, I mean, that I usually am. But what it's taught me is this deep, profound sense of self that I've been gathering. That's why I started the YouTube channel, because I thought that because of my experience in this lifetime so far of being a 42-year-old woman, becoming a quad amputee, I mean, tough stuff, right? Like, who would sign up for that, right? Like, oh, you're going to go down and you're going to be a beacon of light and a trailblazer and a pioneer to help other people. And I signed up for this. That's what they say. We sign up for our journeys. And I signed up to be this quad amputee going through the most tumultuous time in history. I mean, is that crazy? Like, I'm crazy. I really do. I feel like, what? Looney Tunes some days, right? Because, like, everything's been stripped from me and I'm supposed to stay positive. Like, is that crazy? That's unheard of. It's unheard of. Most people look at me and go, you are an anomaly, because what has happened to you, Katie Hayes, would have killed most people. And it has not killed me, which shows my strength of character. And so I obviously came into this lifetime a very strong soul, and everything's been thrown at me, and I've literally had to unpack my life of all my expectations being destroyed, and then had to find what makes me tick, what makes me happy without the ability to affect my environment. I mean, come on. That's crazy. I've had people call me an angel. I'm like, I am not an angel. I am just a human being that is trying to stay positive and move through this life and help other people on my way. That's it. And so my feeling is that service to others is my goal and why I'm still here. I mean, I had 3% chance to live, and I came back to finish the job. So you can understand, if I am so sick on the brink of death and the universe said, you're not done yet, you have to go back and raise the consciousness, be an inspiration to all the people that are giving up. And I couldn't even save my son? That's crazy. Yeah. So I really just encourage you all to keep asking questions of this very negative system. It's all crumbling away, by the way. What's been explained to me is that all the pain we're going through right now and all the tumultuousness in the world are, think of it as when you're giving birth. The females will understand this that have given birth. The pain of childbirth is so much that sometimes you think you're not going to make it through. I gave birth to a 9-pound, 13-ounce baby without any drugs on the bedroom floor, no hospital. Can you imagine? I mean, it was really tough. So the world is going through a rebirth, and that's why we're going through all the pain. And what's going to happen is all the systems that are been in place that have been putting us into slavery, robbing us of our freedoms, they're all crumbling away. All the institutions are being exposed for their corruption. And so this pain we're going through is just so we can push into the new earth, the new vibrations. We're going through space, and there are energies coming in, children being born, help being given by otherworldly beings that are going to raise our consciousness so we understand that we are not separate from each other and we are not separate from God. It is all one. We're in a unification. And when we all realize that how we treat other people affects our energy. You understand what I'm saying? The universe plays a game called How Will You Respond? And so if somebody comes at you with negativity, our humanness, our ape-like self, wants to lash back out. That's what all the wars are about, right? They're wrong, I'm right. So therefore, I have the right to destroy them. We have to get away from that mentality. Obviously, it does not work. Look at the history of mankind, the bloodshed. And you just think about if we would have put that much energy into loving each other and cooperating with each other, competition creates scarcity. And this whole capitalism thing is not working so well. We've got to rebuild our society in a cooperative manner. We see another person, instead of demonizing them and belittling them and saying that they're evil or they're wrong, if we could step back and say they are a fellow human being, they have a right to feel the way they do. And if we all treated each other with more respect and compassion, what an amazing world we can build. And that's what I want you to focus on today on the 1111 portal is what can each of us do every day to promote peace? Because we don't want to be aggressively, angrily being anti anything. Because you see, what you put out is what you manifest, what you create. If you're putting negative out, that's why the world is what it is. But if you put out positives, loving your neighbor, being service to others, allowing other people to have their opinions without taking it as a challenge that you're going to change their mind. How many people have you ever combated with, like on Facebook, and go, "Arr, arr, arr, arr," you don't agree with their opinion, so you got to tell them why they're wrong? Is that really important? It's not. You're not going to change someone's mind by telling them they're wrong. So it's the wrong way to go about it. We have to support each other. My mother said something to me that I hold dear. It is, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's a beautiful old way of looking at things. That's how you keep the peace. It's true. So I encourage you all to make a difference in your communities and with your friends, that you keep your opinions to yourself if you're going to clash. I recently clashed with a friend, and my opinion of the Middle East was to promote peace, and hers was to destroy those demons. And I said, those are human beings. And when you go demonizing a whole entire group of people, that's war. Why would we want to promote war? We've already seen what war does. It's not good. And it's not in our nature. We are loving, peaceful creatures. Although the Anunnaki genes inside of us that created us, they loved gold and they loved war. And obviously it rubbed off on us. I mean, we're seeing the results of that. But we're also incredibly powerful. That's why they try to destroy us, by the way, why the system, the matrix is set up to keep us down and unplugged and frailing around out of fear. They eat that up. So if we step out of that paradigm and say that, yes, we are powerful humans, we have the ability to rise up out of the negative frequencies, the lower chakra frequencies of anger, jealousy, retribution. We can rise up into the heart, which is the feminine, which has been ignored through thousands of years of masculine brain energy. If we all really get back in touch with our heart and we start living from our heart and having heart sense positivity for our fellow man in all of our situations, and we start emanating this heart flow, we are going to raise our frequency. And when the tumultuousness comes, we're able to move through it easier because we're coming from a loving place and not from the lower frequency. The lower frequencies are on their way out. They're falling off, the corruption, all that. It's on its way out. So anybody that stays in that angry, jealous, resentment, all those low frequencies, they are going to have a really hard time with in the next few years. We have to stay in our hearts. We have to be of service to each other. We have to pay it forward, taking care of each other, because that's how we're going to survive and move through this so that we can create this new earth. It's very important. And I don't know how many of you are really keyed into all this energetic stuff that's going on. Perhaps some of you, because you're listening to my broadcasts, are very aware of what is going on. Some people are not. Some people are asleep and they just knee jerk. Someone made me mad, I'm going to yell at them, and be ugly. That's the old paradigm, and it's dying. No more wars and battles. We're going to co-create a new paradigm for this earth, and it's going to be amazing. And so today on 11/11, we want to get excited about what that would look like. These corrupt higher powers that are keeping the free energy from us and keeping us in slavery, basically as a slave planet, all that's fallen away, and all that technology is going to open up, and the earth is going to remove the pollution, and we are going to all live in a harmonious way of service to each other, of coexisting together. This is where we're going. So anybody that wants to stay stuck in the negative stuff, they're not going to make it. I don't even know what that would look like, because we're actually moving into a positive place. So negative things are not going to be able to go with us. So you understand how important this is. That's why I'm on here doing these videos, as I want you to be in the know of what is going on. And I listen to many different sources on this, and they're all saying the same thing. So that's how I know that synchronicity. They're all saying the same thing. Well, that's kind of curious, isn't it? And why wouldn't you want to focus on love and service to others? Wouldn't you want to live in a world where we can take care of each other and we're all safe? No more shootings everywhere. No more living in fear. That we can really just love each other and enjoy this planet, this beautiful garden that's been created for us, all the herbs that give us the medicines to help heal our bodies, and we can get rid of the wicked pharmaceuticals that poison us with their drugs and their prices that are too high. I mean, all of that is falling away. And so I want you to get excited about this idea that, because this is where the creation comes in. If we all focus on the positivity, then that's what we create. Do you see? We created this mess, this extreme chaotic mess that we're living in right now. We all created that by focusing on retribution and wanting to hurt people that hurt us and not forgiving them. I have a lot of people that have hurt me in my life. When you read my book, that's only a tiny taste. I didn't put all the dirt in there. I'm telling you all that I have been through hell. And I choose to focus on love and forgiveness, positivity, cooperation, service to others. And I know that everybody that does the same thing with me, we only need a very small percentage of people that change their mindset, that turn off the news, that take a subscription to Gaia like me. All I ever do is listen to positivity, positivity. Some of it's a little negative. It kind of keeps me in check, the secret space program and all that stuff. But that doesn't have the traction. All the fear they're trying to put through us, just know that it's all a lie. It's fake. They want to keep us in fear in the slavery system. And it's all about each one of us going within to find our strength and to forgive and to work on ourselves in a positive manner to create a new positive energy that's going to change the world. It's coming. It's coming for you. It's just a matter of you doing the work, which is the forgiveness. And once you understand that everybody's going through their stuff, that when somebody comes at you negatively, that's them going through their stuff. So you start to look at everybody as a child of God and how they're on their journey, and they may not be as awake as you, and you got to have some sympathy, some empathy, some compassion instead of being angry. It takes a person really stepping out of their ego and keeping it in check so that we can raise our frequency, because sometimes our ego says, well, I deserve to be angry at this person. They did me wrong. That's how you feel as a human being. But what I'm asking you to do is step out of the paradigm of the human experience and the ego. I've given myself permission to be angry because I have a right. Everyone has a right to be angry at their situation, somebody doing you wrong. The problem is when you really get into that and you feel the resentment and anger and all that, how do you feel inside? You feel depleted. Your energy goes down. It's not good for you. It creates dis-ease in your body. That's why forgiveness is for yourself. Because you're looking at that child of God saying they're unconscious, they don't know any better. Remember what Jesus said on the cross? Forgive them, Father, they don't understand what they do. That's how we have to be with people that are negative with us. They don't understand. They're in their world. They don't understand that if they would take a minute and breathe and count to 10 and understand that they don't need to come at you in this angry way, if they've done work on themselves, they will literally stop in their tracks and change the trajectory. But most people are unconscious and they're going to lash out and they're going to try to hurt you. So you just need to be aware that these are the paradigms that we're dealing with. And by not responding in a negative way and actually trying to give them a compliment after they chew you out, you're promoting the blessing, the grace. That's where we're changing the world. It's as simple as that. If everyone took time to love their own heart, this world would turn on a dime, and that's what we're looking for. So I'm inviting you all to be a part of this love revolution that's going on. And when you slip up, forgive yourself, get back on it. Don't just give up on this concept, because this is where we're going. This is serious. Like, I'm not playing. The forgiveness, the love, the service, that's where we're going. So happy 11/11 portal. I love you all. And I hope you're having an awesome day. Create, manifest the world that we're moving into.